More than 1,000 people are marching presumably to Lonman's career sprayed shaft at Marikana, and Oscar Pistorius faces his nemesis again today. I'm Richard Brooks. More than 1,000 people are marching presumably to Lonman's career sprayed shaft at Marikana. This after a meeting at the cliff where 34 were shot dead 2 weeks ago. The miners are threatening to go and shut the shaft down. They've accused management of failing to heed to their call for a pay increase. A police helicopter as well as armoured vehicles are keeping a close watch on the situation. Meanwhile, peace negotiations aimed at ending violence in the mining area are expected to resume at midday. Energy experts suggest that the continent will need to add around 250 gigawatt of capacity between now and 2030 to meet demand growth. This came out of the Clean Power Africa conference in the city of Cape Town yesterday. The conference, which ends today, focuses on new opportunities in the hydropower and solar energy industries. Senior energy economist and program advisor at the United Nations Environment Programme, Glenn Hodes, says South Africa has made good progress in hydropower development.
I think the good news is that the government in South Africa, as well as the consumers, are understanding that South Africa does need to address energy in the long term, address shortages and ways to increase the share of alternatives to coal, which have negative environmental and repercussions. The baseline is quite low, and currently we have, practically 0% of energy coming from renewable energy sources.
Obama fever has hit Charlotte in North Carolina as the Democratic National Convention gains momentum. Thousands of delegates and supporters descended on the city, pushing for the president to get a second term. Republicans and Democrats are running neck and neck, and while the Democrats plot their way forward inside the convention arena, the public on the outside are pulling out all the stops to show their support. SABC senior reporter Melanie Moses has more.
The city of Charlotte is abuzz with activity. People chant slogans in support of the Democrats and hand out pamphlets detailing why they should be re-elected. The tents that line the streets contain everything from Obama badges and chocolates to mugs, t-shirts and kiddies' books on why the Republicans shouldn't be in power. A large picture frame on sale puts Obama next to other black leaders like Nelson Mandela and appeals to people's family values. It's hot and humid in the city with sudden downpours, but the weather certainly hasn't dampened the spirits of Obama supporters.
And in sport, Oscar Pistorius will face his nemesis again today. The Blade Runner will be taking part in the heats for his least favourite race, the 100 metres, at the Paralympics this evening. Janet Witten reports.
Pistorius doesn't train for the 100 metres much. His focus is on the 400, which he runs in both able-bodied and disabled sporting competitions. He always knew that Britain, Johnny Peacock, and Americans Blake Leaper and Jerome Singleton were going to provide stiff competition. Now he also has Alan Oliveira to worry about. The Brazilian has already admitted that his longer blades gave him an extra second in the 200, but he'll be using them again today. Also in action today are Anrene Liebenberg, Dian Bass and Union Sakailwa, all already medalists at these games. In the pool, Shireen Sapiro, Natalie Dutoy and Ahmed Hassim will hope to add to their tally. Medals are also a possibility in road cycling at the Brands Hatch racetrack, where 6 South Africans, including Ernst van Dijk, are in action.